Take a look at the face of young Jorelys Rivera. She was the girl who was abducted and murdered late last year inside her apartment complex in Canton. This story grabbed a lot of people's attention, especially parents worried about the potential that something like that could happen to their kids or to somebody they love. We really do want to do what we can to make sure it doesn't, so we're arming you with some knowledge this morning. Gary Martin Hayes of Keep Georgia Safe and Steve Daly from Rad Kids joining us this morning. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Good morning. Tell us about this big event you've got going around this weekend, first of all. Let's start with that.
Yeah, Wednesday night in Canton, we have a community safety seminar. We're bringing back hope to the community of Canton. When Jorelys was abducted, we had hundreds of emails and phone calls from parents, all of them asking the same thing: what can we do to keep our kids safe? And so we're going to be providing answers to those questions.
Steve, I'm going to ask you about Rad Kids. Tell us about that. Is that kind of the whole goal here, is to teach kids how to be safe?
Yeah, the next step from parents talking to their children, which I know has been going on, is to actually teach the children how to respond in danger, being able to make their own plans. And Rad Kids does that through fun activities, and we're doing that this week in Canton as well.
Tell me about parents. What should we be doing right now, guys? How do we explain to especially our young kids that there actually is danger out there?
Yeah, one thing we need to do is start the dialogue. That's the most important thing. Don't ignore the problem exists. As parents, we need to arm ourselves and educate ourselves on how to be safe. And the other component is, we need to let our kids know no one has a right to hurt them. If someone tries to hurt them, it's okay for them to stop them. And most importantly, if someone tries to hurt that child, it's not that child's fault, and it's okay to tell.
Guys, a lot of times we want our kids to be able to stop it before it gets to the point that they're being hurt. How can they have a sixth sense to know, hey, this is fishy, I don't want to get into this situation?
Well, that's exactly what we do in Rad Kids. We teach them to trust their instincts and to understand that they get a choice, and that proper behavior with adults is, if a parent or adult they don't know asks them to do anything, it's not their job to help a grown-up. It's their job to get a grown-up to help them. So children can trust their instincts, and if they know they can talk to their parents, the biggest thing for parents is, no matter what, when you're talking to your children, is no matter what, you can tell me something. If a child knows that, you have a much better opportunity for that child to tell you what's going on and not be afraid that you're going to be mad at them, which is important.
Guys, as parents, we constantly drum into our kids' heads, be nice to that adult, respect that adult. What do we need to add on to that so our kids can arm themselves?
I think the biggest thing to add on to that is that no one has the right to hurt you. What Gary just said is that, yes, we're polite, but there's a time not to be polite. And that is when, and trusting their instincts and knowing behavior instead of what someone looks like. That's the big key. The change in stranger danger, which we grew up with, which is built on fear. Rad Kids is about good and bad people, behavior. And children can understand that, and that gives them power instead of fear.
All right, folks, if you're curious, if you want to try to get involved with this somehow, folks, let's put up the information, guys, on what's going on. Cherokee County Conference Center, there's one Wednesday, 7 to 8:30 p.m., a parent safety seminar. That's at 1130 Bluffs Parkway. Steve Daly from Rad Kids, Gary Martin Hayes of Keep Georgia Safe, thank you both for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.